Poetry Corner. I'm a little out of breath. Like how there's really only one way to read this piece. A little bit of prose. It's very, very poetic. It's very artistic. You ready for that? So I did some push-ups a second ago. There's really only one way to read this piece. I just wanted to do it right. This piece is entitled Hair. Hair, right there. Baldness is kind of filled in, so one of the lines doesn't work as well as it used to. Fuck it. Hair. Mammals have it. Babies are born with it. Teenagers get more of it. Old people lose it. Hair. Sometimes it's fur. Sometimes it's a mane. Sometimes it's a crest. Hair. Hair was good to me when I was young. Tan and hazel-eyed, wavy blonde. Pretty interesting. Pretty damn adorable. Matter of fact. People used to smile at me so much I asked my mom why. It was a bad day. Do you want me to tell everyone not to smile at you? She asked. Yes, I said. Maybe you should wear a sign, she replied. It wasn't just hair. I was just devilishly good looking as a young fellow, but hair played a part. High school was the age of hair. I grew it long, and it sprouted everywhere. As it climbed up my face, I wondered where it would stop. As whiskers neared my eyes, fears of wolfmanism overwhelmed. I did have a slight widow's peak. Tweezers took care of the high whiskers. I pulled mid-digital hairs with my teeth. Chest hairs began to circle nipples. Chest hairs? Said a shocked Jeremy Lukowski. You must have a ton of pubes, he said. Indeed, it's a jungle. The beard grew thick, and I gave in. Yes, I look like Jesus. Don't feed the insanity. Never tell folks. What does it mean in a chaotic universe to have a netting of wildly twisting hairs going out in uncontrollable angles? If a butterfly flaps its wings and starts a monsoon, how many tornadoes do my shaggy legs start? I come in a cloud. My furriness is a force of nature. I do not come to bring peace, but to split hairs. It's okay. It's just a demonstration of prose, elements of poetry. Okay. Early in my 20s, Arthur Dower discovered the thinning. A perfectly round circle has been lightening ever since. I rubbed it out on the headboard, I'd like to say. I'm thinking of becoming a friar. My yarmulke smothered it like a Trans Am on a white trash lawn. I am not Jewish. Truth is much deeper than all those lies, jokes, and excuses. Hair is a message. The body writes to itself. Relax the mind, and be able to understand. Once we forget the vanity of our age, the insecurities bred by Rogaine and implant commercials, we can see our bodies speak in despair, our ripped out my beard. I made biblical lamentation twice. My face bore no whiskers that had been touched by a razor. I surrendered, looked crazy, and accepted my hair where it was and where it wasn't. The hair on my torso is a tapering vertical stripe. Make that out. Yeah. Crossed thickly at the chest. Seen through spiritual eyes, it is a phoenix rising from the ashes of my lusty parts. Upon my head, the back bald friar spot is joined by a balding arch that isolates a patch of thickness where the point of my widow's peak lies. Now, through contemporary eyes, this configuration looks laughable. However, my spirit's eyes understand. A spot of bald in a field of hair, and a spot of hair in a field of bald. My hair, far from proving chaos, is the image of the yin yang. I am bald, the power of Zen. Now, the ear hairs, the wild, sometimes white hairs that grow to dynamic proportions in my nostrils. The black hairs that sprout from the top of my nose. The hairs that seek the bum and foster Klingons. The spiritual import of these, I do not yet know. Yet looking in the mirror, contemplating the message on my thinning pate, I trust the Tao will show me the answer. Even for the hairs that sometimes get stuck in my foreskin and wiggle up my urethra, there is a reason. Hair. I bear no crest, but the opposite. My mane thins, my fur thickens. Hair. I'm losing it and gaining it. I was at war with it. I was born to it. I must live with it. It speaks to me. That's hair. Also, clearly, a bit of prose, a lot of poetry. This has been a half-naked and double-long edition of Undeen's motherfucking poetry corner. Copyright, naturally, Undeen's motherfucking poetry corner.